that is our top 8. And as always, the opposite order will come out. So Mia Krampl qualified in last, so she'll be first onto the mats, and Mori qualified in first, so she'll be out last. But we have 2 sets of athletes climbing at the same time during the combined. Let's look at a 3D rendition of this, Zoe. So it starts down low with a bit of a run and jump, or a pop, depending, up into that start hold. The start indicated by the green lines. 2 limbs for the bottom with the 2 green, 2 for the top. Comes into the first zone, worth 5 points. The second zone is next to it, which is worth 10 points. And one of your particularly nasty holds, sort of a stacked, weird pebble thing. Not very nice. And then that top is the scary one. You have to lean right out in order to get to it. So Mia's up again. 2 minutes 30 left of her round. I'm going to explain all the scoring once we see a scoreboard, but you get a minus 0.1 for an unsuccessful attempt. Oh.
Only once you've gotten any points, though. So Mia hasn't secured the 5-point zone yet, so she's just at 0. She's not at negative points from falling.
We're not going to give a minus. So use the palm this time to stop her. Now she's got to change from sloper to... I don't even know how you hold this thing. It looks to me like maybe she can crimp it.
Kind of a, yeah, gross. Oh, she's kind of like thumb on top. It seems like a very outdoor kind of hold. You'd have...
Yeah, now you have to frog squat on this as you come over, but there's nothing for the feet. And the problem is it's quite a slow move. You can't move quickly on this, and that beginning move takes a couple of times to get it, so time could be an issue here.
Yeah. Hopefully her feet... No!
So Mia goes again, less than a minute now. There's her score, down on the left, so the bar fills up twice for 2 zones, as you can see. It will fill all the way up for a top, and that 9.7 was to get to that second zone. So here she goes again, slowly does it, creeping across. Now, last time she had a foot pop as she started to stand up.
Well, she's wearing 2 different shoes.
I've yet to talk to someone who said, maybe. Everyone's trying.
Yeah.
So Futaba goes again, second attempt. Oh, gets it this time.
She figured out the palm back to the start volume a little faster than Mia did, I think.
So you can see the difference in score there, and it will change to 9.9 there, because it only took her 1 attempt to get to that point. It took Mia more.
Trying to go a little higher than Mia did. Mia got really down over her feet.
As the higher up you go, the less wide it becomes, and it looks like it's a bit more to stand on down for the first round. So Futaba gets set, kicks out, has that bit dialed in now. Chalks up before committing to the second zone. I don't know how she's standing up like that.
Her feet are like, she's totally on the side of her feet, not the bottom like most people.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was saying, look, it's something that I'm working on. I'm not necessarily there yet, but I'm actively trying to get better at this. And I have seen that progression throughout the season for her. Shen's on the second time. Pick the feet up.
Staying so composed after her right foot slid a little bit there.
Really good. She won the Continental Championships for the Boulder and lead. So
last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend. So she's used to this combined. Also won the lead. Third in Boulder. So, you know, she's become this incredibly all-rounded climber. Let's see how she works this.
And she was in the Olympic final. I would say she's quite a good boulder. Yeah, and sort of helping to start gets to stand up.
Making that move look easy now. She's got it in. almost identical movements every time she does the sequence.
And
I say that.
if you're a climber and you know after you've done a boulder one time and somebody asks you to do it again, or you're trying to remember what your sequence was, it's really hard sometimes. So for her to be able to repeat this exactly is quite impressive. Hopefully not quite exactly. Hopefully she actually gets this time.
She's really close.
Nice.
Well, there we go. It is definitely stretchable. I watched her recently at a competition, and that was in Jakarta with you. And she, well, there's other places as well, but she sometimes gets a bit flustered by stuff, and you can see her not panicking, but almost overthinking herself. But now she makes it work.
Yeah.
Right, gets in that front squat position. Right foot already sliding.
Oh yeah, staying nice and low there. So much. It looks so easy for her. Just stand up.
Just watching the right foot with that heel raised up.
Not the first big comp. The first big comp in this format, I mean.
Yes.
That sounded bad. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Right, so let's have a look at Boulder 2. And this, we're looking at Boulder 2 because there's two athletes coming on at the same time. So, Boulder number 2.
Ooh, another stacked high zone. I really like those. That's like two holds stacked together.
Yeah, so coordination.
Seems unnecessarily cruel.
I think they wanted to prevent her, because it is a corner. You could theoretically go off those holds, maybe, you know, come into the corner,
right,
do it slowly, and I think they just, I mean, it would have been very difficult, but
yeah.
I think they were trying to remove that possibility. Brooke is into the zone.
And it looks like she did it the same way. I'm not sure if she kicked her foot, but she definitely jumped.
Not giving herself a lot of time, though, to work out these last moves. So this is an important moment for her. Coming up to 30 seconds.
Come on, Brooke. Oh, that's interesting.
She would have had to have done a really strange step through if she'd gone with the left there.
She's not figuring out the frog on this pink volume quite yet.
Yeah, she needs to get right on top of it, and she's running out of time. 9 seconds. This isn't going to be enough unless she goes for the jump. Yeah. She would have heard the beeps.
Oh, important for her.
That was a big early moment in this competition. Miho Nonaka is on. That was just perfection, isn't it? No hesitation. It's just that it's like she knew that boulder already before she'd even climbed onto it. Came in with the left. She's just got so much experience she can draw on.
Oh no.
As close to a flash as you'll come. Olympics next time. Problem is, as we've discussed so many times, this Japanese squad is just so good. And place is going to be very limited. Oh, again, beautiful.
Yeah, and then I think this season we've all of a sudden seen Natsuki Tanii and Mori come right back onto the scene and look like real contenders. So we knew the Japanese field was stacked, and it just got more so.
Absolutely, and then you got certain Mori as well. She's trying to keep that left hand on.
Yeah, I think it'll be dark by the time it finishes, but it will be barely 6 o'clock. Oh, long enough. Not that there's a time limit, but she controlled it, but slipped out of it. Not full control, I'd say.
Uses the palm as well. This looks a bit better. 5 seconds though.
No.
So, do you think it would have given, because the more athletes climbing on it, we can now see the big chalk mark where her right hand is, where the palms have hit. It does give a little extra clue about what you've got to do.
Yeah, a little bit, for sure.
The way Brooke uses, sorry, I love the way Natalia uses her feet. It's so interesting to watch. And as someone who has occasionally terrible footwork myself, it's like a masterclass the way she does it.
Oh, nice. The only athlete, well, okay, Chaehuyun is the third athlete on this boulder, but Mia's the only one to have caught the first one. I mean, these holds are very slippery. They're not super textured. I thought she was gonna, yeah, do the same as Brooke and try to walk in the T-nuts.
Yes. Oh,
wow.
Left hand made of glue sticks that into the high zone. Good position with her feet so far.
Well, it doesn't even need to put her hand down on the pink volume to stand up.
Yeah, but look how confident she is in that right foot.
Press enough, or? I think that's the first time we've seen someone catch it just with the right hand. Without the left hand press, that is. She's looking so comfortable in that position.
I mean, the shoes she's wearing doesn't have an edge on them. It's a special shoe, and I wonder how much that's helping with that no-foot technology that's going on, that rounded edge. Whether that makes it a bit easier for that. I mean, not that that's making her stay on the boulder, but, you know.
I think it's just her incredible footwork.
Yeah, I just want to work out how on earth she can stay in this. But I mean, look at this. How is she moving that left foot? I mean, there the right foot finally pops, but...
On the hold, and still keeping pressure through it.
So here we go once again. Up into 5th at the moment. So that 9.9, he's good. But she hasn't climbed Boulder 2 yet. Finding the sweet spot with her feet. Well, she lost the right foot, changed it to a left, and somehow still stayed on the wall. So no zones for her. She's got 19 seconds. Let's see how close she was coming. Quite a way off. Let's look at the leaderboard. So Natalia Grossman just ahead of Chaehuyun Seo by a point. 24.9 to 24.8. And I'm Mori after that. Krampl, Miho Nonaka, Futaba Ito. All right, we get a 3D look on our next boulder.
We'll see Mia on our next boulder and the next rotation, I guess.
So, strange start, and you can do it both ways. You can either face left or right at the bottom. There was
oh, interesting.
Alice, the route setter, does it differently from everyone else, apparently. So there are a few different options.
That's cool.
Zones 5 on the right, the left, 10 on the right, and then some okay feet and some bad feet mixed in. Ah, Brooks through the move.
Nice.
Now this is, I really want to see if they use that side pull crimp to stand on. Because for me, it just looks impossible, but... Whoa. I can hear the fingers squeezing. Yeah, it's definitely better to go off that bottom one, I think. But then she might have to bring...
She's still got a match. Yeah. Oh, nice. Wow, the tension she's putting through those footholds. Really impressive.
She thought about using her feet and then thought, you know what, I've just got the core for it.
Yeah.
Just tensioned it out. This was the jump.
Oh, nice. Straight to the second one.
That looked like a far better way of doing it. Nearly lost that left hand then.
Didn't look like she would have had the height to get all the way to the second one, so... It depends. If you can't jump as far, you gotta coordinate more. If you can jump further, maybe you can coordinate in a different way.
So Mia goes again. She's only got the first zone, hasn't got the second one yet.
Nice.
And that's why that foot is a bit better, because of that move. But then look how nasty the rest of them are. They're sloping downwards.
Ooh, just gotta go fast.
23 seconds remaining. She's got that first move locked in though. Slaps, gets it again. 7 seconds though, she's got to go so quick.
Oh.
And there's something the set has said to me actually, that there is quite a mix of styles within the boulder. And it's not so much that there is a hard one and an easier one. Like with the men's, Boulder 1 was a bit easier yesterday.
Yeah.
With this, it sort of depends on your style to which one you're going to find easy. So we could see the leaderboard changing throughout the boulder round. Yeah, Futaba's into the zone. Eyes up this pinch. Doesn't want that right hop.
Oh, nice.
No. Let's watch it. So she does it the traditional paddle way. And then this was the last match to that hold.
Ooh. It's like such a nasty match.
Yeah, bumped again. And a good match to finish things off. It's the angles of the walls. In fact, that graphic's quite good at just showing how interesting this wall is in terms of the angles. There's so much interesting places and spaces for the route setters to play with, including rets and corners. And it's a cool wall. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it is.
So Futaba's alone on the wall now. Gets the catch, that compression catch well. Right, how can she do this easily out with the left? It must have been a slip then or something when she
It was
fell.
a left foot slip, yeah. I was only watching her feet on the last move. Futaba does have amazing hand strength. She's really good at coordination. This boulder seemed to suit her really well.
So being pushed back all the time by that overhang. Down to the OK foot. This is the compression move. Coordination compression. Gets it.
Oh.
The guppy with the left hand.
Wow.
And it should be an easy finish for her, which it is. To the lead. It does give the advantage to Mori a little bit. So they need a... Natalia gets it. Gets the heel in as well straight away. Drops it down. To that side pull. Zone beckons just above her head. Should be awarded that. Now one move away.
Yeah, she's gonna do this match.
Oh, you can hear the fingernails. Standing right on the corner of the wall and then flat on the wall to make the match. So Mori is still jumping around on the left of us. Natsuki Tanii goes again.
Oh yeah, nice.
Seems to just put a bit more through that right foot as well that time.
She's very good at just figuring things out in her time.
I think she needs to... Okay, now she's going to pop all the way. I thought she was going to try to match that.
Oh, I think she really wants to press over and do this statically.
She's trying to find that balancing point. You can see the right hand adjusting, her feet adjusting. She wants to...
Oh. There's another way of doing it. Oh, nice.
Really good by Mori. That right hand just latched onto the middle one. Now she'll come under, drop that heel down onto the bad foothold. She's got really low. Oh, she's got to push so hard from that position. fully weights that right foot and is now stood up into the second zone. Kicks out, Mori gets it. 2 out of 2 for her. So Chaehuyun Seo, 49.8, followed by Natalia Grossman, 49.3, Mori, 48.9, Miho Nonaka, Futaba Ito, Brooke Raboutou, Krampl. And because that speed now has its own medal, which is good for everyone, it means that it's a better format for a lot of the athletes. Right, let's look at women's 4. Power endurance is the name of the game here. You start down low, kind of scrunched up, come to the first crimp, and then you get into that pocket, and then you have to do some possible feet above your head stuff, maybe some spinning, because behind that hold, behind the green volume at the bottom, there is another crimp you can't quite see, which you get to, into the zone, and then there's a morpho, which means that it might be a bit dependent on the shape of the climber. So she didn't have 2 hands on the correct, where the green tabs are from the start hold, she didn't have 2 hands there.
She didn't have 2 feet. She only put 1 foot on to start with.
Yeah, and the judges do watch this really closely to make sure the starting position, and we've seen athletes called down from climbs. And, right, here we go. This is the feet first. She's going to a crimp underneath at the back. You can see her eyes locked onto it. It's there.
I think her toe's on it right now.
Yeah, maybe. And then, yeah, then she matches with the hand. Then spins.
Oh.
Look at the toe being dragged down, trying to get some purchase, some rubber. She'll take a moment to shake it on the zone hold. This is the morpho move. It just means that it's the next pinch.
Right, if you got a left heel, it could be lock your body.
So Brooks had a few attempts on this. Moves the right hand up into the first zone, matches it. Let's see how she does this compression move.
Nice.
Ooh, she did something weird with her left hand.
Futaba.
Yeah, I just think that first time she didn't fully, that's why it looks strange. She didn't go for it.
Maybe, yeah, she was, yeah.
Right, Mia rocks up again with that heel in.
Oh, nice. Come on, Mia.
She's now on the good bit of that pinch where it's narrower. You can wrap more of your hand around it. It's currently sitting in 6th, so that top on the 3rd boulder, but no zone on boulder 2 might hurt her a bit.
I thought she was going for the campus spin around. Like full campus spin around. Okay, well, kind of is.
She's so strong on those slopers. They're not very good. Trying to get the heel into the pocket, which I don't think is going to work. Needs to... And drops it into a toe.
Nice.
Tries to wrap that heel under.
Nice. Come on.
Time to get this. Miho Nonaka is down in 4th at the moment, but she hasn't done that 4th boulder, of course. Once again into this compression. She's been making this look really easy. Oh! As I say that, a bit of a slip. Manages to keep it on, precise with the feet. That palm works well. And then from here, usually it's done. You've just got to be careful with the feet.
Nice.
Over the top for Miho.
Yes.
And everyone was really worried at the Olympics, and it was so, yeah, she's got a bit of history of that. So you can just see the hold in the background there, behind the green. We're zooming into it, in fact. It's the blind one we can't get from this angle. first crimp. That's the pocket. Looking good so far as she rotates all upside down. Around that pocket. She's got the sloper with the right hand now. Chalks up on it. I think Natalia's already climbed that boulder. I just saw her head walking off down the bottom.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
but that was good from Chaehuyun. That was a flash to the second zone.
But Natalia, by flashing or climbing that one very quickly, we'll see a replay of this now. So that has really helped her score. That has elevated her up. Right, so let's see how she did this. She'll go up with the right hand. Didn't palm, straight into it. Stretched out and an easy finish for Natalia.
Nice.
Right, 2 minutes coming up on her final boulder. So now the pressure really is on her, because Natalia doing that means she wants to get this done, sitting 60 points, 15 behind, and Natalia's still got this climb to come. Eyeing up that triangle, you can see the chalk mark on the edge of it, where she's going to. She's trying to find something on that left foot.
Oh, I feel like she's not going to have trouble with this one.
Yeah, considering what she did on the last boulder. Well, she hasn't got a toe on that yet, though, trying to find it. Now she's on it. Moving in slow motion to get the hold.
But just a little pop at the end. That was really nice.
Oh, loses the left foot though. Luckily that right is good enough that she could save it. She's going for this press.
Whoa.
Wow, wow. It is possible then. It's her footwork, it's incredible.
Not using that lower... Yeah, did that. Or Futaba.
Yeah, just power, I think. So let's see if I does this again, or if she does the coordination compression thing. No, she's going to press again.
Gives it a good slap.
Foot swap and then a swap again. Now she's on it.
Nice.
Uses the palm. It should be easy from here. Needs to just keep it together. Does.
Easy. I think she was seeing if she could not go foot first somehow.
I'm not sure if she's got the... I think she's been awarded this. Where's the zone? Yeah, so she's got
Second
two
zone,
zones.
yeah.
So she's got the 10 points, but no tops for her yet. And this is where you start to realize when you've got a score of 29, and then you've got Natalia on 74 with one boulder to go, you realize how much further Natsuki Tanii would have to climb in the lead wall. It's not over, but it's a long way from being on the podium at this point for her.
Yeah. Oh.
That's the current leaderboard as it stands at the moment. Of course, that's not the way it will stay, because a couple of athletes have still got to climb on that boulder number 4.
But the top 3 at the moment still have to climb boulder number 4, so they will stay in the top 3.
Yeah, they're going to really, if they manage to do it, they're going to pull quite a long way ahead. So it's going to be perhaps a straight fight between those 3. But anything can happen on that lead wall. Quite hard to see when you're underneath the thing.
And it's been a little while since they previewed, so.
So up to the crimp.
Yeah, it's the feet out. Ooh, yeah, she couldn't quite get the left toe hook on that sloper.
I mean, Brooke is so good at heel hooks. I mean, it's a real skill of hers to be able to do that. And Natsuki Tanii tried it, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Brooke must have been healing her own fingers at one point. Oh, what is she doing there? She's matching the sloper. Now she's got a left foot on the sloper, but it's super awkward. She's got to drop that left down at some point. Almost underclinging this thing.
Whoa.
Now she's in the pinch, and that left is now in the way of what she wants to do next. Because if she drops it, all of the weight's going to fall. Oh, slaps the stop. Oh, this is...
What?
I don't know how to commentate on this because I don't know what she's doing. It's just incredible.
Yeah. I am sure the root setters are just as shocked as we are.
I guarantee that no one tried that.
Yeah.
But
Or even if they did, I'm sure they couldn't do it.
And look, she's looking really solid on the heel as well, but that's when it's close to you and it's got to be further away to make the move. So, and she's been on this boulder a long time now.
A very long time, yeah.
So does she still have the power? See, she wants the heel close to her, but then it's going to make the next... She's going to go straight up to the left instead of going right.
Oh. Yes. So she's going to, yeah.
So she's got heel toe in, change it, or do it twice as fast.
Well, it was a lot of exploration the last time, so...
So she's got to, you think she's going to commit, the C, but
yeah.
I think she has to commit to the same sequence.
Yes. Oh, nope.
Nope, immediately doesn't.
We are sure that...
It's just so risky doing this, though, because, you know, you spent that much time. I mean, she's using elements of it.
Yeah.
So she has kind of learned things. So the heel, obviously, she thought was a bit unnecessary. Took that out, but this part works for her. Oh. Really smooth for Miho at the moment, but it's this move. How do you get your hand over where your feet is? That's what's causing the problems.
See, she has just a little bit...
The second she loses the feet, you're not going to stop that barn door.
Yeah, here we go.
Matches the outside of that hole. So
She's heel hooking.
Yeah, she's heel hooking the off of you, especially when you're hooking that hard. That's why climbers wear shoes really, really small. So drops down to the outside once again. And toes on it. Comes to the pinch because she needs to release that foot somehow to get a hand on it.
The shoes come off again. I wonder if it's broken. I'm also really shocked. Miho shocked me, so...
It makes you realize how good Mia Krampl was, how good her attempt was on it.
Yeah.
Really strong from her. She got up to that sloper at the top. Right, she goes straight away feet first, gets the heel on the sloper. And bumps the left over onto the better heel.
Oh, this cross looks... What is going on right now?
No one topping it so far. We haven't really even talked about the tops when I got to the top section, apart from Mia touching it. But the top is slopey. On the very top hold, it's just there's a difficult sequence to come after you've figured this out. Shuffles the heel over. Reaches through to the sloper.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Still not work out how to drop that leg, and she brings it underneath herself. Okay. Right, she's facing the right way. She's on the right side of the boulder. We're getting there. Out to the corner. And now needs to go for that slope. We're trying to get the heel in underneath.
Oh.
One last smile, one last check of the clock. Toes pressing in. I think she'll use the same method, so shuffling that left heel over. She does. Onto the better edge. Now crosses through with the right, matches where her heel is, drops the leg quicker and smoother from her. It'll help the pump. She is trying to get higher on it. Oh,
nice.
Great from Natalia. She's got 15 seconds though. Her last chance to try to get this. 2 slopers remaining. Into the first one. Upgrades the heel. Oh, I thought she was gone. That right hand when she got it, she definitely started slipping.
I think in this format, actually, you might be allowed to see the scores.
Oh, really? Okay.
In the Tokyo old combined format, in bouldering finals, you are allowed to see the scores in between each boulder.
Okay. Well, in that case, she's definitely got the pressure then. But she's good at... I mean, it's outrageous when you see it, because when you watch athletes really struggling on it, and then you see someone do that,
yeah.
It's a different level to it. But now this is the tricky move though. She gets it first time, bumps her hands up. She's on for a flash here. Needs to be careful with the sloper though. Loses the right foot, one away, and that is a flash from Mori, and that, well, answers all of the questions we could possibly say. 99. All right, well, that was a great round. Let's have a look at the results. Natalia Grossman, 99.1, just ahead of Mori on 98.8, followed by Miho Nonaka, Chaehuyun Seo, Brooke Raboutou, Futaba Ito, Mia Krampl, and Natsuki Tanii down the bottom. And let's see a 3D rendition of our route, shall we, as we spin around. Slightly old school route. One of the advantages of it, though, is you can adjust the angle of it. And the women's had the other route for the semi-final, which is more overhanging, and now they swapped to the slightly less overhanging one, still fairly overhanging, for the final. And again, it snakes its way up, starting down low, pretty cruisy at the beginning, and the colours separate the zones as well. So yellow is the first scoring holds, then the blue are worth more points too.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it just allows us to see kind of what's going on a little bit more. And then coming into the reds, there is a bit of a crossover between those reds and blues, but the red section then will be worth 3 points, and then the final green holds will be worth 4 each. So the higher you go, the more you're rewarded along the way. And there is the top. All right, so off Mia goes. Bit of a jump at the start. Nice holds, big pitches to get the athletes warmed up and ready for this lead side. Twisting, reaching up into the yellow holds, using heels nicely as she comes through. If you're new to lead climbing, you must clip all those quick draws on the way up. You can't dodge any.
In order to,
yeah. We did see a couple of awkward clips for the men, especially yesterday. So Mia Krampl nearing the second scoring zone, which is worth 2 points for each hold from now on. The old plus system of using a hold, that's now worth 0.1. Fit with this new decimal way of doing it. So Mia Krampl easily through the first part of this route. It's the first time we get to see an athlete on the wall. We know the theory, we've been chatted through it, but often changes when we see them actually climbing it.
Especially for the women, I find. They find some really interesting ways to get through things.
Yeah, and it's like the route setters are always thinking of heels like that, for example. They know how good the women are at resting on heels. Wherever possible, they're trying to take them out if they don't want to rest there.
Yeah.
I asked them whether they made the routes any easier because of the combined thing, whether it was a similar standard to a World Cup, and it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's a World Cup standard lead route and a World Cup standard set of boulders.
Exhausting for the athletes.
Exactly that, absolutely exhausting. Okay, so we're entering into the third section of the route, and this is where things might get a little tricky. We're expecting most of the athletes to get this far. There is a bit of a move here, as you can see.
Oh.
Looks like she's going up right, not to the left.
Yeah.
Oh! Right, nods to the B layer, and she will get underway. Quick, smooth clips from Futaba. She's into the scoring zone, so her score will now start ticking up. Really, anything can happen at this stage. Nothing is decided.
Ooh, nice drop knee.
Nice use of the toes and heels there. Easy through this first part of the route. Now into the blue holes, worth 2 points each. That graphic will change, of course, as we go through this field. This is just the current positioning. So if she gets up to that gold position, it will be the provisional gold before the others climb. It's just to give you an indication of how high she needs to go on the route just to get into that first place.
And that's if
Natalia falls off and
Imor, yeah, they do 0 points, so.
Yeah, so really a top required for Futaba here. Using these pinches well, we'll get this high heel, another shakeout. But we know a potential first crux is coming up here. It's always difficult to tell whether an athlete at this stage of this kind of a competition doesn't make a move because they're just like Sean Bailey yesterday. He said on his Instagram as well that it just wasn't his day, totally burnt out, didn't have it. And sometimes a crux move can change because of how the athlete's feeling. So this might not be as much of a problem for Futaba.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Sean, I think he gave everything he had on his semifinal lead climb. It was amazing. He had nothing left for finals. They were only separated by a few hours. Oh yeah, Futaba goes up. Oh,
she slips as well. You can see the wall doesn't start right at the bottom. There's a bit of a gap, which is unique. I think that's so it can adjust and move. Now she is definitely one of the ones who could top this route out. We've seen her do incredible things.
Yeah, she's a very good lead climber.
Nice and solid through here. But she won that Asian Championships combined event just a week ago. It was in her hometown of South Korea, in Seoul. Okay, so yellow to blue. Using the heel into hold number 12, score number 12.
It's the 2 point section now?
Yeah, 2 point section from here on. So the score will ramp up a little bit quicker, and already you can see she's in 4th position. She's gonna jump above Futaba, and there she does. High heel, crosses through, pinches nicely. Bumps up to the pinch. And now this, though, we're beginning to enter the section where 2 others have fallen from. And it's all about this next right hand.
I wonder if she's going to try to go right hand up from these guys or left hand.
See how bad it is from that angle. There is another foot. She's going to... Oh, easy. All right, so she's now into the trickier part of this route. This is where things to get really kick up, and around where that circle is. Oh, big cut loose though. And that was a move that the route setters thought that most should get, but there was potential to kind of get it wrong.
Looks very cool. Good for the crowd.
Where this little roof is where things really start to ramp up. a heel on that side pull. She's looking really good right now, you gotta say. Oh, that was a pop though. So it takes a second, and now this final part of the route, this is where the highest scoring is. 4 points for each hold from now on. So she's already at the top of the leaderboard, 123. She'll be wanting the maximum possible out of this, and she's close to it. But it suddenly becomes crimpy from all those pinches, slopers, big moves.
Yeah.
She does fall in a big fall, hadn't got that clip in. And off we go. So Natsuki Tanii has potential here, but she's down the order, way down after that bouldering round. So she needs a top to get anywhere close, and we'll have a look at that. Yeah, so she can still make podium if the others have a bad round.
Yeah, get no points. Or...
Yeah, so she needs to get a top and then just hope, or not hope, you don't want to hope that someone falls, but in terms of competition, you want someone to fall.
That would be her only path. She might not be hoping, but we hope she's not hoping for other people to fall, but
exactly.
That would be her only path.
Mathematically, that's the way.
Yeah.
But again, good experience for next year. Olympic qualifier, which will come up in Bern for the World Champs next year. First opportunity anyway to make it into the first couple of slots for 2024. Just pushing against the edge of that yellow volume, kicking around the rope, getting the heel in. And again, that microphone on the wall, you can hear the little adjustments she's making.
The little scuffles, and yeah.
Gets a heel in. Good resting position for her. There's another one coming up as well with a high heel. Slight fumble of that clip, but she's still fumbling it. Now gets it in, but she's in a rest, so she should be able. She moves straight through. Working her way out. I'm not sure this is necessarily a crux move, this next one. I think it is just a case of how you're feeling when you get to it. I mean, Chen just cruised it, didn't look like a problem.
Yeah.
So how tired is Natsuki Tanii feeling now? Because this is the first real move. Up with the right foot. She's in a good position. Oh, now hesitating a little bit. Stretches into it well. And a big move up. Right, she's through the first danger zone. Bumps the hands upwards.
Ooh, trying to step on the bolt cover.
Yeah, and they've done well to cover all the bolt holes here. So you can step on those bolt covers, but there's zero friction, like none available on them. We have seen it a couple of times, but it's a really risky move.
Got a little nervous.
Yeah, I think she got a bit nervous too. And now she can get the heel in and shake out and breathe and make this clip. Still down in fifth. A really high heel, such good flexibility.
Oh, that looked awkward heel.
Right, starting to move a little bit quicker as the pump starts to come here. Into the crimps now. 4 points from now onwards. Cuts loose, swings down. Get the feeling something might be coming. And it does. You see the adjustments there. So she still needs to get up to the red holds to make a play for the podium. But again, really tops required to beat the two front runners. Right, she's quickly underway. And when, I mean, the first half of this route is pretty straightforward, and therefore it becomes a case of efficiency at this point. You just need to make everything precise, not over-grip.
Use your feet really well.
And the over-gripping thing's funny, because I think when people start climbing, they think, I've just got to hold the holds as hard as possible. And yet that burns you out. You know, it makes your muscles tired, your fingers tired.
Yeah. You got to hold the holds the least amount possible to stay on.
And that's easier said than done when you're a bit nervous or you're trying to compete like these guys are.
Oh, yeah.
Brooke with a couple of swings. Presses into that side of the yellow hold. Up to the pinches. She goes. High heel as well. Everyone using that. Stretching as far as possible up that pinch.
Yeah, she's very starfished out right now.
Brings the left up, drags the toe across to release it. Here we go for the first iffy move. A little bit hard to pull the rope up, got it done. It's back to the wall, and that's what she's going off with the right hand. Really does look in control at the moment. Straight up to the crimp, and now she's near where she needs to be to get into podium places, you know, provisionally. But there is a jump here, and Natsuki Tanii made us realise that it isn't as straightforward as it looks.
Oh, Brooke standing in a T-nut. Not a jump at all.
Do you think she files her shoes down into a point to be able to do that? Shoe sharpening, that'll be a new thing.
Oh.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Just having a bit of trouble with the rope there.
I don't think she might be short roped. I'm not sure. It's hard to see.
I don't think so. I think she just realized it was a bad place to clip from.
It would have cost her a little bit of energy doing that, though, dropping it down and having to re-pull the rope through in a weird position. It's provisional gold being circled up high in the green. Oh, it loses the feet. Bit of a drop need to get into that. Now she's into the big point scoring opportunity. She's in provisional second. Held the swing. Okay, here we go. Miho Nonaka. Second to last Japanese athlete out. Mori, of course, coming. Can't wait to see Mori on this route. And Natalia, but a little bit of a fumble there to start off with. It won't worry her. She's right at the bottom of the route. Right, into the pinches, twists round. Those yellow holds blackened by the shoes of those who have come before. Flicks her body around, and now she looks towards the blue holds. Big on the wall, those volumes. Nicely into the pinches for Miho. Smooth climbing at the moment. Look round the corner for the foot. Pinch number 2. Slightly different kicking position there. She drops back down, chalks up. 6th place at the moment, 82. Currently, to get onto a podium, she needs at least 99.1 of her score, but of course that's Natalia's score, and she has yet to climb, so really 126 at least. Swings her leg back, kicks it into the wall immediately. No hesitation from Miho on that move, straight through to it. Gets set for the jump, holds the cut loose.
Nice. Oh, I'm nervous for her. I'm nervous for everyone, let's be real.
Oh, she slips down low. All going to be decided in the next 2 climbs. Here we go. Team USA are going to be nervous down the front as well. I've got quite a big team out here. Crowd, you can almost sense them holding their breath as Natalia goes up.
They're just shivering.
Maybe they're just shivering. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly here, but good conditions in terms of friction for the athletes, as long as they can keep their fingers warm. But Natalia, we've seen actually warm up her hands a few times. She does get cold fingers, and I've seen her do it on the back of her neck. I think she actually did it during the semi-finals.
Yeah, sometimes when it's cold out and you're climbing for a long time, a couple minutes, yeah, your fingers will get numb.
Yeah, it's a strange one. You think all the blood would be rushing in, but it almost gets kind of forced out by how you're holding the hold.
Yeah, it's a very uncomfortable feeling.
It is, yeah. She's into the pinches though, quick at the moment. Ooh, slight hesitation here. She's in bronze. Needs to get a bit higher to be guaranteed a medal. Watch this here, because for the first time we're seeing someone flowing through this as easily.
Yeah, it just looked a little uncomfortable there, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right, so Natalia's through that little moment she had down low. I'm sure she'll be fine for the next part of this. They're nearing the reds. She's in original bronze. If she can jump above Brooke, she'll be guaranteed a medal. She's coming close to that point now. Look at the pinch. It's so small, that hole.
All right, so guaranteed bronze now.
That's a medal for Brooke. What color is it going to be, though? Sorry, medal for Natalia, but what color is it going to be as she jumps above Brooke?
Silver or gold now.
All right, Natalia, what have you got? Here comes the jump. Rest and get ready for it. She keeps looking up to try to spot the landing point. Ooh, very static, and then the cut loose.
Nice. She really kept her feet on. Ooh, yeah, that clip from that position looked quite hard.
Straight arms. And she rests again. Really clever climbing from her, finding every possible opportunity to stop, shake out, chalk up. Time not a factor on a wall like this. Holds the dish.
Definitely looking tired.
Yeah, she's starting to get there, isn't she? She is up in first position though at the moment. Into the red. And remember, whatever high point Natalia does, Mori needs to get higher than that to win this thing. She's in the big scoring points though, 4 points from now on. This is where we lost Brooke, this next move. She's got the foot up first before, so feeling a bit fresher maybe. Now with a heel that falls. All right, Mori is underway. We know where she's to get to. It's going to be so interesting to see how she climbs after have done that boulder round. But I mean, during the semi-final, she coped with it pretty well, topping out the route. That's the gold circle. Everyone watching now. Tense times on the last climb of this comp. Matches those arrow style holds. A low clip. So eyes on the big blue volume. Slaps up to the first. Ooh, cuts loose for a sec. Gets a foot on.
I think she's still feeling very good.
Yeah, I think she's all good at the moment. Natalia isn't looking at the wall, she's just still talking it through. Toe hook up high.
She is a fair bit shorter than some of the other athletes.
Yeah, it was a long way. She doesn't really decide to rest there very long. Maybe not as restful for her as others.
Yeah. Or she's not as tired.
All that, yeah. Which is ominous.
Ominous for Natalia, I suppose.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's bronze coming up, so that will be bronze medal for Mori, guaranteed. Silver's coming soon. There it is. And then we get to see this gap start to open up. So, oh, big turning twist.
But no hesitation on the jump. Everybody else stopped and rested there, and she was just going.
Yeah, I don't think she's pumped yet.
I don't think she gets tired.
Ever.
In her win in Edinburgh, she looked like she was resting through the bottom part of the route, and then all of a sudden just started motoring.
Well, she was running out of time, I think, in Edinburgh.
But somehow still topped out the route and didn't rest at all in like the top half. It was insane.
Yeah, she's got something a bit different, but she's standing on a dual text, which is a bit worrying. Now drops it away. Now maybe having to fight a bit. But she's coming close to this gold medal. Looking solid, drops down to rest. Natalia looks up.
She just has to get the next hold for a gold medal.
And you can hear the crowd starting to get behind her here. They know what this means, and is.
Oh, it's so stressful. She's resting right now, too. Just grab the next one.
Prolonging the tension, but now she gets it. She, of course, doesn't know that's the hold she has to get to, but that is gold medal for Mori. And now it's just a victory lap to the top. How far can she get on this finals route? Pops out, latches it. She's about 3 or 4 moves away now. Readjusts the feet, brings the left up. So much time as well. Whoa! Core almost slips. There's no real friction on that wooden surface of the hold. She's looking a little awkward here. And she does fall, but it doesn't matter at this stage. Right, confirmation Mori winning 190.9. Remember, the maximum is 200, so close to that maximum score. Natalia Grossman 171.2, Chaehuyun Seo 131.8, Brooke Raboutou 126, Miho Nonaka, Natsuki Tanii, Futaba Ito and Krampl